smiling with the rising sun. Black is by the doorstep, singing to tongue. The tequila is pure in tune, singing bang.
Life is like candle in the wind. So many of my friends them get ruined. Fear may just play on ball. Some never listen till the cycle of life take a spin. You don't know, say, as I present for the big bad mighty fame Edjahz YouTube channel. I'm as a subscribe, leave a comment and share.
Real friends are hard to find. Right is in your mind, yeah, yeah. Never sell out for the dollar kind. Dollar kind. Real friends are hard to find.
Blessings and honor, glory and power. You don't know if you just there on a brand new show, a fresh new show. Big up all of my subscribers and all of my viewers them. And all who not subscribe it, not at all. Change. The door is always open. So I know if you go to. Now upon this show where they are day 4 at VYBZ KARTEL court hearing, which supposed to be the final day if the judge keep her word. According to Justice Marva McDonald Bishop, she now go make the case run to Friday. Now upon the final day, the prosecution get for them time now for lay out them argument to the court. And we have them argument the phone from some credible news outlets. We even have the judge attack the argument them, which is definitely good news for over VYBZ KARTEL side. So we are run through every single information that we get on day 4 of the hearing. Right after we kick off the show, under one vibes. We'll be right back.
Never sell out for the dollar kind. Dollar kind, my friend never run left me. When them want to fight, them say me not go bust. Tell them say a lie. No, me get the visa, no, me start.
Never get no answer when me knock in the door. Now go join the line, coming in at the board. Living in the tropics, but my heart is the snow. Be a for learn in the street, the college me know.
I'm not taking. Oh, at the barrel that I spin and I spit out shot. It a race and a flick out, but girl skin out them hold me at the goat that.
So day 4 of the hearing with the people, and a bag of things take place in a court today. Today was the day where the prosecution submit for them argument. I don't know who will lead out the prosecution team. We are speak of the acting DPP, Claudette Thompson. Claudette Thompson submit for her argument on behalf of the whole prosecution team, and couple of the argument then when she submit the judge question. Now we are going to run through a couple of them as expected. And the whole of that information here we are get from the Gleaner itself. Remember, a low and credible source will go. The prosecution has suggested that a possible murder trial of VYBZ KARTEL and its 3 co-accused could take place as early as 2025, despite uncertainties with the court schedule. Acting DPP Claudette Thompson says the case could be accommodated in the ill record terms, in bracket January 25th to April 25th. She says the Supreme Court has a system that prioritizes certain cases for reasons such as the age of the matter. So basically the DPP, the acting DPP at that, Paulette Thompson, the one we take over from Paula Llewellyn, basically I show the court say if a retrial for go on, the time frame would have take between January the 25th to April the 25th. And when she said the Supreme Court have a system that prioritizes certain cases for reasons such as the age of the matter, she simply means that the Supreme Court deal with cases we are going for a long time in a one more timely manner than others. The Court of Appeal judges hearing the case have raised doubts about the suggested time frame, but said they would await a report on how retrial cases are handled. So right there the court approve facts over chattings. Them prefer wait for a report on how retrial cases are handled. Where the time frame is concerned, them not take the acting DPP word for it. Remember the judge they sent for some old retrial case at day 1 hearing, you know. It look like them report then a reach back as it. So the judge basically has said she rather wait and see what go on for herself. Meanwhile, the acting DPP says cost to the government should not prevent the Court of Appeal from ordering that VYBZ KARTEL and its co-accused be retried for murder. So right there, the DPP basically has said money shouldn't be a problem when it forward for try VYBZ KARTEL and him co-accuse them. So it's like Miss Claudette Thompson and say no matter the amount, it's a murder case to have in front of it. Money shouldn't be a problem. Thompson says a retrial is justified because the case involves an alleged murder and an illegal gun being the reason for the crime. The victim's body never being found and attempts to destroy the crime scene. So right there, the DPP list out in front of the court how serious the murder case is. She basically is saying not just the murder alone, but what are the reasons back of the murder? And up to now, a body hasn't been present. So no doubt, leading prosecutor Claudia Thompson, she definitely try to convince the court right there in her argument. She definitely want this retrial, and loyal Gaza fans don't beat the lady. And that's she there here for. The only thing the ones them can do are hope and pray so the liar them put in for them job. The state will just have to bear the cost, Thompson says. So the acting DPP assure the court said to how the murder here serious. The state, Jamaica, taxpayer have to bear the cost of a next retrial. Because a situation like this, them can't manage for Lego. That is what the acting DPP basically are saying to people. Now hear what the judge have to say about that. Justice Marva McDonald Bishop, who is leading a panel of 3 judges, says the court will have to consider whether the government's budget can handle additional costs from a potential retrial. So a whole heap of things the ones them have to take in consideration if them apply for retrial the case. Whole heap more money to take from the system from taxpayer money. But as you can see and hear, the DPP I try convince the court say money shouldn't be a problem. All if it brought the country a morning and send us straight from our face, the retrial is more important. McDonald Bishop says the prosecution's biggest challenge on the question of retrial for VYBZ Kartel is not about the evidence against the accused. The judge says Privy Council did not return the case based on evidence issued. She made the comments while urging acting DPP Claudia Thompson to present on the availability of the witnesses. So right there, the judge basically appraised all the acting DPP attack. It's one bag of talk about murder and evidence and them sitting there. That shouldn't be the main objective right here for the DPP. The main challenge for the DPP, according to the judge, are to make sure that the witness them present when a court time, if the case for retrial. McDonald Bishop says the Court of Appeal will not be sending any case again to the Supreme Court to sit and wait until witnesses are found. This is the first case that's going to test the retrial process properly, the judge said. So as you can hear, if the prosecutor can't assure the court of the witness availability, it no make no sense to the judge to now go retrial the case and send it to the Supreme Court. Now the prosecutor also present a next argument, and this has to do with breaches of the entertainer constitutional right. The prosecution has conceded that VYBZ Kartel and its co-accused rights to have their case dealt with in a reasonable time was breached but justified. Acting Director of Public Prosecution Claudia Thompson says the activities since the men were arrested in 2011, their trial and convictions and subsequent appeals rebut claims of unreasonableness. We are saying there was the breach but it is justified, Thompson told the Court of Appeal. So the acting DPP admits that the entertainer rights for have them case deal with at a reasonable time was breached, but for a reason, a justified reason at that. Now here the judge respond to that. Justice Marva McDonald Bishop says the prosecution has to consider its position, especially given that the men have already spent almost 13 years in custody and would continue for longer if there is to be a retrial. So definitely the judge so like she's being considerate right there. She definitely amends how much time the accused them do already, and I pray if it fair enough to put them back through a next beating. The prosecutor also argued that the significant publicity that the VYBZ Kartel case has generated is not fatal to a possible retrial. According to prosecutor Johnny Forbes, safeguards in Jamaica's criminal justice system are capable of ensuring that the 4 men get a fair trial, retrial. So right here the prosecution are trying to convince the court that the publicity that the VYBZ Kartel case generate is not that fatal if there should be a retrial. Them are trying to show the court that there can be a fair trial despite that. Now hear this people. However, Justice Marva McDonald Bishop made it clear that she has concerns. She said the cartel case involves social media and a celebrity. She also noted that voice notes and video evidence ended up in the public domain after the convictions and before the appeal was decided. Now the Gleaner quote what the judge said. People heard voices, saw images. So basically, right there the judge has said all the prosecution are trying to convince her about a fair trial. She not blind to the facts, the evidence and all kind of things done out there. So it really going to be a rough situation for the accused them get a fair trial if there should be a retrial. Anyways, we have some more information on the witness argument people. The judge got order the DPP about the availability of the witness them. It's like what them present in front of the court is not enough. The Court of Appeal has warned the murder case involving entertainer VYBZ Kartel and its 3 co-accused will not be sent back for a retrial if the witnesses are not available to testify. I wonder if you hear that clearly people, and if not maybe the court say will not This court will not be sending any case to the Supreme Court again to sit and wait until witnesses are found. Justice Marva McDonald Bishop cautioned this morning during a hearing to determine whether the men are to be retried. McDonald Bishop, who is leading a panel of 3 judges, raised concern after questioning the acting director of public prosecutions, Claudette Thompson, about the availability of the witnesses and their willingness to testify. Where do you purport to tell the court about the availability of the witnesses? Cause we can't send back a case when we know that you are running down witnesses over there, the judge said. So the judge asked the DPP and said when you go step in and make you know what I want for the witnesses. Cause all you are talking are your argument them. No matter what you say, if you can't assure me of that, a retrial can't go on, the case now reach the Supreme Court. Thompson in answer said her colleague Jeremy Taylor in his affidavit indicated that checks were made and most of the witnesses are available. But the judge, while emphasizing the importance of this matter as one that will test the retrial process, asked, how can we say with your assertion by just saying that these witnesses are available? She said the court has to know when the witnesses were contacted and that they have expressly stated their willingness to appear and testify. So right there, the judge has tackled the DPP once more about the witnesses them. The judge has said she don't want just more talk from the DPP. She don't want just hear say the witness them is available. And when it reaches Supreme Court, if the case for retrial, a bag of running up and down people and look for witness. The judge not depend that. The judge has said should have depend paper already when the witnesses them was contacted and if them determined and ready for testify again. So no doubt people, the judge serious about the case and she no plan for send the lowest case go retrial. Instead, she appears say I better she let go the accused them. Under here she said she nah send the case go Supreme Court if the prosecutor can't assure and no farmer assure it in a on paper. The only thing where the judge get are the prosecutor word. So giving us a list of witnesses in your submission I believe doesn't cut it and the other side has objected, McDonald Bishop said. So the judge has said that not cut it from the prosecutor, she have to do more than that. When it forward to the witness argument. Turning to Taylor's affidavit, the judge told Thompson, if you think that is enough, that is a matter for you, while adding that there is no information on whether he has spoken to any of the witnesses, which is the usual practice. So right there, the judge basically has said the prosecutor problem this. If she feel the information with them gear is enough on paper, God go with her. Because no information are on the paper with the prosecution and keep in contact with the witness them. So everybody, if you don't give the court the evidence, you just have to take the consequences, she said. So that's definitely an overall statement, people, from the judge. But the smart ones then would have picked up side the prosecution, the judge a fling word pan. McDonald Bishop said the court would accept Taylor's evidence and would attach the appropriate weight. In the meantime, the acting DPP, while responding to the submission from the defense that it will be challenging some of the technological evidence, said even if the evidence were to be challenged, the Crown would still have an objectively strong case. But the judge told her, I don't think your biggest challenge is really on that. This case isn't about evidence. Justice McDonald Bishop said there are other more critical issues, including the availability of the witnesses. Again, the judge gone over the witness side. It's like she knows a regular thing for the prosecution, them say them have witness, and when it forward to trial, it's either them nah no witness or them have to run up and down and look for witness. And remember, if I retrial for go on, the witness them basically go testify twice. And everybody fit for that. And that's why I feel like the judge attack the prosecutor upon this so much. Based off of how me I get on paper, I just name. No information about the prosecution contacting the witness. So right there is a big problem for the judge. The hearing has been adjourned for today, with the prosecution set to continue making submission tomorrow. So obviously people, the judge go round her word. She said she never did go make this run to Friday, but as you can see, that I go on, I go have a day 5. And I know that definitely I go get the update over here, the full breakdown. So who just know the channel, you can subscribe, because I go continue follow up the hearing, go straight to the finish.
Be alright. How are you singing there? It's Bob Marley, y'all. Gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smiling with the rising sun. Black is by the doorstep, singing to song. The tequila is pure in tune. Singing tequila we bring into you. Yeah, no.
That was it for the show up. Big up all of my subscribers and all of the viewers who stay until the end of the show. Really appreciate it. Bless up on yourself and go on live good.
you them achieving a life. Big house on the hill, me a work hard to buy them. Never want to see me and my friend them survive. Tell them, say them too bad mind. Real friends are hard to find.